an honor to invite Ms. Seema Dhundia, IG CRPF, to the stage, ma'am.
Good morning, everybody, and members of the Republic Media Network, and dear students. It is a privilege to be present at this particular summit and to reflect on a theme which is very powerful, deeply relevant, and very close to my heart. That is women warriors of New India, defending democracy. At the outset, I extend my gratitude to Republic Media Network for creating this important platform that celebrates women's leadership and contributions across sectors. Conversations like these do not merely acknowledge progress, they accelerate it. Today, I not only speak as the Inspector General of CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force, but as someone who belongs to the first generation of women officers in CRPF. I joined CRPF in December 1987, and I am witness to the extraordinary courage, valor, commitment, and capability of women in uniform. I would like to tell you something about my organization I belong to, because I'm really grateful to this organization. I feel very pride. It is one of the oldest and one of the largest paramilitary organizations of the world. It was raised in 1939 as Crown Representative Police, then re-christened by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel as Central Reserve Police Force. And basically, this organization is deployed and is mandated for internal security of our nation. It's the world's largest paramilitary organization and is entrusted with diverse responsibilities. We are dealing the counterinsurgency, counter-terrorism. We are dealing with Naxals. We are involved in anti-Naxal operations, election duties, VIP securities, disaster response, and maintaining law and order. In each of these demanding roles, our women personnel have proven themselves not just equal to the tasks, but they are exceptional if you compare it with their male counterparts. The journey of women in CRPF has been one of steady determination. Immediately after the passing out, after the raising of this battalion and passing out, the troops were airlifted and were sent to Sri Lanka for IPKF mission. And it marked a historic milestone for the CRPF as it became the first, gave an opportunity to Mahila troops to go overseas and to show their skills and capabilities. And that was the first time the Mahila troops were exposed were put in a situation to deal extreme terrorism and counterinsurgency in Sri Lanka, and they did very well there. In 2001, during the terrorist attack on Parliament, Constable Kamlesh Kumari of Central Reserve Police Force made the supreme sacrifice while performing her duty, displaying exceptional courage in the face of heavily armed terrorists. The brave constable laid down her life to protect the temple of Indian democracy and was posthumously awarded the Ashok Chakra. That was a great achievement for CRPF. She was not alone in courage. Many other brave women personnel of CRPF have likewise laid down their lives in counter-Naxal, insurgency, and anti-military operations across the nation. These supreme sacrifices uphold the highest traditions of valor, duty, and devotion to the nation. Similarly, during July 2025, terrorist attack on the Ram Janmabhoomi complex in Ayodhya, women personnel of the CRPF were part of the security deployment guarding the structure. They performed critical operations and support roles during the counter-terror response, and they did it very well. One of our officers even got Gallantry Medal Award during this particular operation. Building on this pioneering step, CRPF further set a global benchmark in 2007 by deploying the world's first all-women foreign police unit to the United Nations mission in Liberia. And incidentally, I was the commander of this particular FPU, formed female police unit. It was in the history of UN as well as the history of Government of India that for the first time, a cohesive unit of all-female battalion was located at Liberia and was deployed under the aegis of UN. And we did a wonderful job there. We built the trust. We could, pass on the message to even Liberian women there that, that women are no less than anyone, and they can be deployed in such situations too if they are well-trained and well-equipped. CRPF women personal excellence extends beyond uniformed duties. Shrimati Kunjurani Devi, I believe that most of the people, youngsters sitting here must have heard about her, is one of India's most celebrated weightlifters and a distinguished officer of the CRPF. And she has brought immense pride to the nation by winning multiple medals at the Commonwealth and Asian Championship, and was honored with the Arjun Award and Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. Similarly, Poonam Gupta, she was there in the media, was the media coverage was there about her. She's there as a personal security officer to the Honorable President of India, and which exemplifies professionalism and dedication, reflecting the growing role of women personnel in India's elite security framework. And recently, you must have heard that during Republic Day Parade, 26th of January 2026, on Kartavya Path, one of our assistant commandants, Simran Bala, made history by becoming the first women officer to command an all-India CRPF male marching contingent. A significant step forward in leadership representation within the force. Currently, we started with one in 1986, and currently we have 6 Mahila battalions, and they are deployed at very strategic locations all over India. So wherever their services are required, they move in a very short notice, carrying all their bag and baggage and all sorts of equipments and weaponry with them, and reach to the area without wasting time. And now going forward, the CRPF, the organization which I belong to, I take pride, like I belong to CRPF. It's a matter of great pride for me, CRPF remains firmly committed to expanding women's representation across combat, specialized, and leadership roles, with a clear roadmap for deeper integration in technology-driven operations, intelligence-based missions, and international deployments, shaping a more inclusive and future-ready security force. Their contribution has also transformed the force internally. Like if we have female warriors in our force, we need to have a sort of infrastructure wherein they feel safe, they are taken care of, and to have a better conducive working environment for them. The force headquarters is daily, thinking and working for them. We have improved their living accommodation. So all sorts of government's initiatives like giving them maternity benefits and childcare support, grievance redressal system, and to make them future leaders, leadership development programs are organized for them. So the organization is also thinking, gradually working and gradually developing ways and means to promote women and to have more women in this particular sector, security sector. The theme of today's summit speaks of defending democracy. Democracy is defended in forest against Naxals, insurgents, militants, at polling booths in remote hamlets, on riot-hit streets, requiring firmness and restraint. And in all these spaces, women in the CRPF stand shoulder to shoulder with their male counterparts. As we move towards a new India, confident, assertive, and inclusive, the role of women in security forces will only grow stronger. Internal security is not just about neutralizing threats, it is about building trust and upholding constitutional values. Women bring empathy alongside strength, negotiation alongside resolve, and community engagement alongside operational efficiency. To the young women of India who are listening to me today, who are sitting here in this auditorium, I say this: the uniform is not merely a career, it's a calling. It demands courage, integrity, and sacrifice, but it offers purpose, pride, and the privilege of serving the nation. In conclusion, the women warriors of the CRPF are not just defending democracy, they are redefining it. They are proving that national security and gender equality are interconnected. A secure nation must be an inclusive nation. On behalf of Central Reserve Police Force, I reaffirm our commitment to strengthening women's participation, leadership, and excellence in the service of a great nation. Thank you, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Jyothsna Tirunagari, National Spokesperson, Telugu Desam Party. Now hand over the mic to her. Please, the stage is all yours. Thank you so much.
Namaskar. A very warm good morning, I would say. A good morning to one and all. And I'm just not thrilled, but a little nervous, I would say, and a little anxious also, I would say, because such a huge platform and such nice, kind, and very, very, very supportive words before I walked onto the stage, and a very inspiring story that I have heard sitting there, a leader. She just stood here, spoke a lot of things about the force, about the women in the force, and about the strength of women of our country, I would say. Ma'am, truly honored to speak after you. And thank you, Republic, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to stand here, talk about women empowerment, probably talk about the strength of this country, the women of this country. Yes. Again, as I said, I'm thrilled to be part of this beautiful journey. When we speak of women, we are speaking of strength, of resilience. We are speaking about courage. We are speaking about the resistance they have faced. We are speaking about the competence they have faced. We are speaking about the confidence they have exhibited, and all other qualities you can ever find in any human being. Women are a complete package, I would say. When it comes to politics, because I need to talk about my journey, I believe. So when it comes to politics, it's definitely a very challenging profession, as every other profession for women is. No profession is different. The toughest part, the most beautiful part, being a mother, being a wife, being a family person, the most challenging part of every woman's life. As I said, being a woman is a challenge, and being a woman is the biggest, I would say, boon anybody can think of. आज के तारीख में प्रॉब्ली कई जगह ऐसे बोलते हैं कि अरे आज तो बेटी हुई है क्या, आज आपको बेटी हुई. स्टिल ये बात मैं सुनती हूँ. I still hear those words, but I think women are the most blessed souls. Being born as a woman is the best thing, the perfect thing that can happen to anybody as a human being. Being born as a woman is the best thing. There was a question that was posed before I came in and started speaking. She spoke about tokenism, she spoke about symbolism, she spoke about empowerment. Yes, being visible in politics is mere tokenism. Being the decision makers in politics is empowerment. नारे नहीं, नारी के साथ केवल नारे नहीं. We are here to make, the difference felt. We are here to make the decisions. We are here as decision makers. And that's the reason today, I think you have seen the most influential, most powerful, most inspiring women politicians across the world only from India. Whether you take our Prime Minister, whether you take our President, whether you take anybody, or Chief Minister. Forget about the parties. I don't want to name a particular party. Forget about the parties. But we have shown to the world as a country, as Bharat, we have shown to the world that we can give, we can show, we actually have shown to the world that we are the only country which has respected women and women in politics by making them prime ministers, making them presidents, making them chief ministers, making them finance ministers, making them home ministers, making them every better and best position that could have been in politics. And being said all this, अब सच्चाई पे आती हूँ. All rosy words, good words till now, अब सच्चाई पे आती हूँ. सच्चाई ये है, we as women politicians are fighting an unfair battle. है ना? Ma'am, you are very much aware. Battlegrounds need to be fair. Opportunities need to be equal. When opportunities are equal, when the battleground is fair, तब merit की बात आती है. बिल्कुल merit की बात आती है. Then we speak about how good you are and how good I am. That's where the war starts and that's where the decision comes out. But for women in politics, what we have seen is the battleground is not fair. You don't have equal opportunities out there. जो line है ना जहाँ से हम लोग अपना, we are starting our run. It's not as the other gender has. The line is very, very, very far behind for us. So the line for us starts far behind when compared to the other gender. So we are not fighting a fair battle. And that's the reason today probably the reservation system that has come up or other things that we are talking about will probably in the near future give us an opportunity to enter a fair battle. I'm also a first generation politician from my family. When I entered politics, people said, it's not your cup of tea. You can't do it. Ab kar hi nahi paoge. You can't face the trolls, you can't face the character assassination, you can't face the competition, you can't face the money that rolls down in politics. You can't face. Just simply a bad job. Nahi ho paega aapse. I just said one thing. Why don't I give it a try? What is in for us to lose? What is in for us to lose when we give it a try? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ये होगा कि you are termed a failure. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा. She entered politics. She couldn't make her mark. She left politics. That's the max you could be, portrayed as. But imagine, 6 years down the lane, hardly it is 6 to 7 years, I'm in active politics. I'm standing here on a stage, a national platform, talking about women in politics. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it what I have earned? Isn't it what a woman who comes from a very modest background, just with her conviction, she earns this? That's what every young woman in India does. It's just that कुछ लोगों को वो exposure आता है, कुछ लोगों को वो exposure नहीं आता है. As simple as that. Because the worst thing any women politician faces, in today's world, technology is good for everything. But I think we as women politicians face the worst of it when it comes to online abuse, when it comes to, I think, character assassination. We are the biggest clan, the women politicians are the biggest clan who are subjected to character assassination time and again. And we face it. You know how I face it? I don't ignore. Some people give the advice of ignore kar do aap, but I don't ignore. I stand up against the abuse. I report it. I report it. And I continue my work. I don't stay calm. I report the abuse, I stand up against the abuse, I report the abuse, and then I continue my work. So, आज नहीं तो कल, कल नहीं तो परसों, harassment stops. Again, it's not easy to be a woman in any profession, forget about politics, any profession. You face that, as I said, you face a very unfair competition, unfair battleground out there. So as a women politician and as a first generation politician, as a mother of two, as a wife of a strong person, as a daughter of beautiful parents and a daughter-in-law of a beautiful parents-in-law, and a smart and very beautiful supportive family and ecosystem and friends and the beautiful followers I have across the country. One thing I would say is, do your duty with conviction. Follow your passion. Follow your heart. 87 say, today is 2026, 1987 to 2026. You have a leader, you have a woman who has stood strong in her conviction, her resilience. And today she's standing here lighting a lamp of a beautiful women's summit and being an inspiration for crores of women across the country. That's what India gives you. And thank you so much for this beautiful opportunity. As always, Republic gives the best of platforms to the people who are probably even budding in their particular fields. So thank you so much, Republic, for this wonderful opportunity. And as always, you rock. Thank you so much.
And now we move on to next such session as we talk about wings of grit. We talk about women breaking the glass ceiling. Well, there are some women who actually just fly past that ceiling. We right now have one such guest amongst us, a decorated officer of the Indian Air Force, a pioneer in aviation medicine, and one of India's most decorated officers. We welcome retired Air Marshal Padma Bandopadhyay. Over to you, ma'am.
It's a great honor for me to be here at Republic TV. It's a wonderful, and my special thanks to Arnab. And also my previous speakers. IG told about the internal security. I have gone through the external security. Madam Jyothsna talked about politics. Now, जब हम फौज में थे, पहला लाइन पॉलिटिशियन का आगे पीछे नहीं जाने का है. हम कहीं कोई इंटरव्यू नहीं देते थे, किसी को नाम ही नहीं पता था. Because politics and फौज doesn't go together. Only the chiefs will talk, not the youngsters. Now then, madams, wow, that's really, really great. It is true, with all the dhyan which you do quietly, there are neuronal waves also change, and they make impressions, final impressions, which make you better. This has been proved scientifically also. It's wonderful listening to all of you. Today is far better. So make use of these opportunities you are getting. Do better, do much better than all of us, you know. You know these things. From cradle to grave, both male, female should be brought up in a similar manner. Is it correct? Is it true? Is it done? That we all know the answer. It should be same. बच्चे तो एक ही होते हैं ना. Only different, as a doctor I can say, is XX chromosome and XY chromosome, nothing more than that. But what is the difference? But there's a big difference, okay? That's what it is. That's a social change. We have to bring it in. लीगल प्रोविजंस, बाप रे बाप, कहीं लीगल में जाओगे ना, वो कोई सेक्शन वेक्शन करेगा, वो पता ही नहीं लगता. 50 साल घूमते रहो, कुछ भी नहीं होने का. वो लीगल प्रोविजन वेरी वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. आई डोंट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट इट, बट इट्स वेरी टफ. Patriarchal ideology has to be changed. We are all equal. That has to come in. But I don't know when and what. But It is started, that much I can say. We have to have special police stations, etc., to look after their problems, you know. What are the problems? Commodification, they're always in supportive roles, a lack of knowledge of legal provisions. Even I don't know any legal provision, and I'm sure nobody knows it also, but there are lots of provisions are there. Some IPC वगैरह, lawyers को पता होगा, तो ये सबको पता होना चाहिए, you must know, so that you can take action, you know, but I don't know all that. This is what she just now said, no, madam? When I saw this year's Republic Day parade, a feeling of euphoria, great satisfaction was felt by me. But the progress should be in all spheres. This old lady was leading the parade. Now, it was great to watch that, you know. And sure, we will reach the zenith also. Abhi shuru to ho gaya hai, hum pahunchenge bhi at the top of the world. That Madrasi made me join the armed forces, you know, that word. I said, "Arey wah, koi Madrasi bola, hum bhi join karte," you know. When you're young, small things changes your lifestyle, no? But we are all one. We are all Bharatvasi. All these are minor differences, you know. That's all about it, isn't it? So that's what I feel about it, no? That's because the Fauj. Fauj, we don't talk about religion, we don't talk about caste, we don't talk about anything. We talk in Hindi or English. And in army, if you go to, say, a Maratha regiment, let's say, the officer who comes may not be a Marathi. He's taught Marathi so that he can speak to the men in Marathi. Same in Bengal regiment, he'll be taught in Bangla. Just to speak, not that he's going to become Rabindranath Tagore, but that much is taught. So you're one. We are all one, and I sincerely believe in that part of it. And that has become because of my Fauji life, not because of anything. Thank you so much. Jai Hind! Jai Bharat! Thank you.
Please, big round of applause for Ma'am Air Marshal Bandopadhyay. It's an honor having you here. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this very, very inspiring keynote here at the Republic Women's Summit 2026.